Yo, 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 what is good, you guys? Welcome, everyone, to the IronDadAz podcast. I'm Ron Martin. Coming to you from hot here from the always sunny, always moving, now always the number one, Glendale, Arizona. At Iron Dad here, it's we're talking about this mindset, it's not just about lifting heavy, crushing miles. It's a lifestyle about showing up for your family, mentally strong, physically capable, and emotionally present. Just like the process of forging iron and sharpening a blade is messy and a grueling process, so is hardening and sharpening your mind. Upgrinding before the sun's up, doing the hard things before everyone's awake. In Iron Dad, I'll be covering day-to-day parenthood things, things I wish I knew before becoming a dad, and the lessons I'm still learning today and every day. We're talking parenting, fitness, mental toughness, and the outdoors, Arizona style. Whether you're a brand new dad, a seasoned vet, or a granddad with stories to tell, you don't need to be an athlete to be an Iron Dad. And I would like to hear from all y'all. If you are local in Arizona, hit me up, and I'd like to have a sit down and talk to you and get some advice from you, from you vets, and then maybe share some good stories with you new or parents like myself. So just be an Iron Dad. You just need grit, love, and a relentless commitment to lead from the front. If that sounds like your kind of tribe, make sure to follow and subscribe to the podcast, whatever app you're listening to. Leave a review, hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode, and share it with anyone who would be interested. Iron sharpens iron, guys. Let's get after it. So, all right. So it is it is Tuesday, June 17th, 2025. So I was supposed to go to work today, and my 8-month-old, man, he's been on a sleeping strike the last, it's been quite it's been a minute. So we were up pretty much every hour last night after, like, midnight. And now he's in this stage where I am not his favorite guy anymore. And once he learned mama, he starts summoning her, and I just do not cut it anymore. It's okay, it doesn't really hurt my feelings that much. And then my 2-year-old had some stomach issues yesterday, so we so I called out. I was pretty much up all night. So I called out and stayed home. Took him to the pediatrician, and we kind of just laid low today and just hanging out with the guys. I jumped in here in the garage this afternoon for a little leg and delt session when we got these guys down for a nap. I wasn't feeling too hot. I was really run down, and I just said screw it. Can't skip leg day. It's just it was a measly relaxing 108 with some humidity this afternoon here in Glendale, Arizona. Thankfully the sun hits my garage right around that time. So we're in here. It's like a little sauna sesh, garage gym pod session today. Any of you guys who have gone through this, man, the sleep regression, man, it is rough, man. I don't know if it's the bed or we keep trying to figure it out with the temperature, the pajamas, and all that. He's a really particular guy. He gets angry too. So funny story. So I get home last night from work, and I knew my wife had a rough day, and she had my son in the tub, my 2-year-old or almost 3-year-old who thinks he's a teenager now. So and I was just gonna sit there. She had already gotten the baby in the tub and all that. He was in his little bouncer thing, and so I go snag him out of there just because he was kind of whiny and all that, and I hadn't seen him all day, and so we just flop down on the bed. We're gonna play, and then my hands start getting, my hands are kind of wet, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Did you pee your diaper? And the skin had the biggest blowout. It was just all over my hand, my arm. I tried getting him on the changing table, and it was just all up the back and down his legs. So we ended up having to get him into the shower for another tubby to rinse him off. After wiping him down with the wipes and all that. So that was an exciting evening, kind of going in reverse. I just got a new compound bow off Facebook Marketplace. I'm starting to get in. I'm gonna start practicing with. I'm listening. I don't know if it's just too much Joe Rogan or Cam Hanes was on, or it's that late onset hunting, whatever. It's, some guys have that midlife crisis when they go in their 40s. They need a new car and all that, and but I am running out in the heat, and I just bought a bow. I got a rifle, trying to become a hunter and outdoorsman and all that. I don't know if it's like coming from. So I grew up in California, so coming from California to Arizona, where you can kind of buy whatever you want. It almost feels like you're like obligated. It's like, oh shoot, man, I could buy a gun and get it in like an hour, just right over the counter. I don't have to wait, 15 days and pay all these different fees and all that. So, but that's exciting. I got a couple guys I'm going to work with. I'm going to shoot a little content, so you guys are going to be able to walk and watch me learn how to use a bow. I'm pretty excited about that. It took me a little bit to convince my wife to let me, or to buy it. It's just the whole communication of, all right, I'm going to spend money on something, and she knows. She said, well, you already bought a rifle, and you don't use it. And I'm like, well, it's, that 308, it's an expensive round to fire. And it's like, I have framing hammers in my garage. I don't use them every day, but if I gotta frame up a wall or tack something down, like I'm not gonna be pounding nails. I'm gonna pull out my air compressor and my nail guns. I'm gonna tack them together, right? Thank you. So I got that. I'll get out tomorrow morning and get another run in. I'm going to do the it's like an almost 4 mile route. So I'm doing. I think we're kind of getting it down, just with the baby not sleeping well. It just doesn't feel right getting up before 5 or 6 to go, because my wife's usually up with him because he's still nursing, and so I usually wait for her to get up, and she signs on for her job and all that, and I'll take off. It's like around 7, so it's heating up a little bit. So I get I'm like 2.5 miles Mondays and Fridays, and I make sure to really push that. And there's a good incline, and then I come home and lift, or I'll lift before then go. It depends how I'm feeling. And then Wednesday is just my little longer one. I was hoping to get some more mileage in, but we're gonna have to wait for the baby to be sleeping better, and the baby to be out of our room. He's in a crib in our room, doesn't sleep in the bed. Once the boys can share a room and they're both sleeping well, that's gonna work out a lot better in my favor, I think. So today I did for my legs. I do it like a lot of step ups. I have this. I have like this ramp that I use. I like cut it in half. It's a wood ramp, so it has my feet at like a 45-degree angle, and I do step backs or step ups on it, lunges, and I did some leg press and some dumbbell RDLs and some kettlebell stuff, and yeah, it was good. It was good. A good leg session. With the kids and the hiking and all that. It's been harder to get to 2 leg days in a week, but I'm at least trying to get one solid one, and just come into grips that I am going to lose some quad size with doing more endurance stuff. But yeah, I feel I'm just going to keep pushing through the summer. It gets hot, which is it is good. It kind of helps with my it keeps your appetite down too, dries you out, makes you sweat. So I was kind of playing with some grains for a bit, and I'm kind of just going back to just mostly proteins and fruit, and some veggies and stuff, which I kind of work a little better off of. It was a good Father's Day weekend. Hope you guys had a good one. I got my wife asked me what I wanted, and I was like, I don't want anything. So she got me a case of White Monsters and a box. It was like a 6-pack or 5-pack of boxer briefs. So that was a fantastic. That was a great gift. Especially the White Monsters. Those are my favorites. The best flavor. I'll be off tomorrow, which will be my real day off. I was going to do some kind of start working with my bow a little bit. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm going to wait for both the boys to feel better. So I'll probably start picking that up again next week. And then I have a few local guys that I'm going to be getting on. We're going to be talking some dad stuff and outdoor stuff and working out, and just kind of talk about, just kind of connect and make a nice little community of Iron Dads going here, to support each other. There's just, you just see like the whole like manosphere, which I keep talking about, that it's not very realistic for most younger dudes. Like they're fun to watch. It's entertaining, and I definitely support. I'm a big supporter of free speech. You can kind of say whatever you want to say, and I support that. But it's also, using some wisdom to watch some guys, and you say whatever you want to say. Doesn't mean it's good. One thing I learned today, taking my son to the to the pediatrician, or one of the things I've been learning. So, if we take my toddler, I'll usually call and I'll take him, because it's just so much just taking with the baby, and then the toddler, and then I'm not gonna expect my wife to do that by herself. That sucks. And then she's also kind of working, so she's answering work calls while she's there. So yeah, that's just not a good thing. So but I'm getting better at it. But it is, gosh, man, nothing really makes you appreciate, really understand how much like our wives got it together until we have to take our kids to the pediatrician by ourselves. Yeah, man, just like write a list of things or memorize what you're gonna ask about all the symptoms and all that. Because I don't know if I'm the only dad who like starts getting the questions and you're like, oh gosh. I mean, I've gotten better to it, or I've got to memorize, and I'll go over the script right before Mama with her before I go in. But definitely, young guys, make sure to at least like write it down before you go in. And it is you don't really realize how much they pay attention to all the little fine details with that stuff. But yeah. Well, my 2-year-old's gonna start waking up. If he's not already awake, and then I'm gonna shower off, and then we're just gonna enjoy the rest of the day, make a little dinner. Hopefully the boys are feeling better tomorrow. Um, but yeah. Thanks for thanks for all the guys that are everybody that's started following me and supporting. And I will, yeah, man. We'll keep going on. Let's keep posting stuff. I'm just kind of getting in my groove and talking, just coming in here and sharing what I'm doing and my parenting stuff and things I think. And hopefully it's some benefit to some, or entertaining, or whatever it is. So, well, you guys have a wonderful Tuesday evening or Wednesday afternoon or whenever you listen to this. Yeah. All right. Well, have a blessed week, and you guys take care.